Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Alucard, hello. You are awesome, sir. How you doing? Oh man. So I am still setting up. Man, wow, this is funky. Okay. I'm still setting up my workspace down here, so you guys aren't gonna really see that part. Instead, my goal is to kind of set it up, and then I'll give you guys kind of a view of it. I will show you guys me putting the case together, but first things first, let me clean up my little desk area a little bit, you know? How am I doing? I'm doing good. I went and I got a little pink box. So, this week they had banana bread cookies at Crumble. And, hold on, I'll show you. Here's pink box, who's, no, not pregnant, not pregnant. This is what I just had. Oh no, not that one. Hold on, let's reload the page so that way the video actually plays. That. I just had that. That was fucking phenomenal. It was Alucard. The website doesn't give you justice. And then I had a bite of this Funfetti one. The Funfetti one's really good. And then my wife just demolished her cotton candy flavor. So, you know, just things. Just things. So, but yeah, man, it's finishing off my milk. Anyway, looks so fluffy and sweet, and yeah. That is exactly the phrase in the order in which I would use to describe what that was like. Oh, they give me a thermal? Give me a thermal. I think it's thermal. Alright. So it's gonna look like the worst space ever to like go and do stuff. It was good, man. It was very good. Good to see you, Demiro. Love you, man. So, alright, here's what we're doing. Or at least here's the goal tonight. Alright. I haven't done the operating system part, don't worry. That's gonna happen with you guys. This is the micro SD card that it came with. So we loaded the micro SD card right in here. And this is the unit itself, like the full-on complete unit. We've got, it looks like the CPU here. We've got mini HDMI outs here, USB-C right here. There we go. And then this right here. And then we have, this is audio out. And then your general purpose input-output pins right here. This is what you would use for like electrical engineering and stuff like that. And so this is, and then that's the other side. Also, if you still want my Pi 4, yes, I want your Pi 4. I still want your Pi 4. I was like, oh god, please not a scratch shot. Yeah, everything's gonna be passively cooled. That looks like that definitely should be... Okay, this definitely looks like it's supposed to be thermal paste. Let me... Hang on, let me see here. Nope. Nope. Ugh. I had to bring my toolbox in here because, of course, screws. Oh, Pi case? Oh. They're saying not to do this part yet. There we go. Okay. So let's get that fitted. Let's take a look at the Pi case here. Anakit.com/Pi case. So in case you're wondering, here's the URL for the Pi case that we're looking at. And let me bounce over here so that you guys can see what I'm seeing. Oh no. There we go. Okay. So I can at least show you guys this. Oh, nope, that's going over the wrong audio. Oh my gosh, excuse me. So, okay. What we're gonna see here is them actually like putting the case, or putting the unit in its case, and then it's just gonna clip down. I'm pretty sure that I don't have to do anything special here, but I do have this aluminum case, which is a little different. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to see what that's like. So not a big deal. Okay. Like I said, not a big deal. We have the aluminum case here, so I'm just gonna put the aluminum case on, and then we'll move forward from there. So let me go ahead and move back to the camera where you guys can see this. What's up, Multi? Good to see you, man. I'm doing potentially really boring stuff. Like if you're not into science and technology, or if you're not into computers, this might seem really boring, and I apologize up front. But I have a lot of fun doing this stuff, so I'm gonna do what I want to do here. I think this is thermal paste. It feels like thermal paste. It looks like thermal paste. Therefore, it must be thermal paste. That's my mentality. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna take the first plastic piece off, and I'm gonna put. This looks like it's supposed to go right over the top of this guy, so I'm gonna do that, and then hopefully that should adhere, help things maintain its own passive cooling. It is kind of cool that they've got this. So inside the case, they've got this guy right here. So all you have to do is make sure that your thermal paste pad lines up on that unit. I really hope that's the unit that I was supposed to put it on. We'll find out together, guys. You know, that's how we do this. We figure out how to do it together. So, okay, first things first, you just slide the sucker on in. We've done this like 3 times now in preparation for it. So, there we go. Okay. So our Pi is now in its housing. Oh, jeez. Why are you so loud? There we go. Pi's in its housing now. And so what we're going to do from here is we're going to take this. This is the top plate, or bottom plate, rather. Dry fit. And then just give it a quick little once over. You can see kind of right here. Let's see if I can get a better view of that. There you go. That right there is the micro SD card holder itself. So I'm glad that that's in a good spot. I don't like that there's an vent port here. I don't know if that was just, if it's misplaced. It doesn't look like it because all the ports are lining up. So there's the Ethernet port and the USB ports. There's our HDMI ports and power port, and then micro SD. So let's go ahead and screw this together. I'm using a Phillips because it's Phillips head. I might need to go to a smaller screwdriver, but that's what our screws look like. And there's just 4 screw holes here, so what we're gonna do is just real easy peasy here. Just screw that right on in. And then once you get a little bit of friction on it, then you know you should stop. Otherwise, you're going to damage the board. Nobody wants to damage board. And again, this is a Raspberry Pi Model 4. It is a 4 gig model that we're playing with today. And I believe I put it in the title, but in case I didn't, the goal tonight is for us to have a fully loaded, somewhat cut down install of Raspbian, which is a Debian flavored version of Linux, specifically built for the Raspberry Pi. So I'm gonna do, literally, guys, I didn't start this until just now, so you guys are in it. We're gonna do it all together, start to finish tonight, including the little coding bits. And I might even make a little repository for you guys. If anyone wants to download the code, I will make that available to you guys. So let's just go ahead and slip that. Okay, everything's all put in. I'm going to push this guy all the way in so he's nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. Very tight. Okay, and so now we've got to plug in our HDMI cables and such. So first things first, I've got power here. This model kit that I bought came with a really cool little switch. It's got a tactical noise to it. And so it's kind of cool. I kind of like how they did this. So your power goes into this guy, and then you can turn it on and off really simply with that button, and then this would go into the Raspberry Pi. I'm going to hang on to this because this guy is going to be powered. Yeah, this guy's going to be powered 24/7. So what I'll have to do is I'm going to have to listen for HDMI 0 and try to control via CEC. That's nothing that you guys need to deal with. That's just more like actual implementation of this unit when I go to split it up to where I'm going to do it. But yeah, it should be pretty easy. No big deal. This model also has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so I don't have to put anything special in here. I don't have to install any drivers. It's just ready to go. It's plug and play. So let's fucking plug it in and start playing. I do have, if I need to, I have these guys right here, which are micro SD card readers and writers for USB. The model of laptop I'm using doesn't actually have an SD card reader by default, so I have to kind of finagle it a smidge. Also, my toolbox has seen much better days. It's missing quite a few different things. Nice graphics. This game looks cool. It's a neat feature. Yeah, so HDMI actually has the capability of controlling the unit itself through CEC. So I can actually enable that when the TV turns on, if the Raspberry Pi can sense that power is being drawn from your HDMI, then it's going to be like, oh, I need to go and activate, so let's activate. Ooh, I don't like how tight that's going to be. That's fine, though. It's going to be okay. I'll make it work. I will make it work. Oh, actually, hold on. Sorry, night-night. I will actually have to use this tonight. So that way I can get the extra little bit that I need here. Extra smidgen of length. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful! It's kind of off camera now, but here's where it's at. There's the unit itself, just chilling, plugged in. So, I'll show you guys the plugs here once I get this ripped open. Easy peasy. This is just your standard mini HDMI to HDMI. And I actually, Alucard, since we were discussing it last night, I know I showed you this unit, right? This is that Pi version 2 right here. Well, here is my Pi V3. You can see just immediately there's already a number of changes between the Model 2 and the Model 3. So the Model 2 by itself, actually let's take these cards out so that way you guys can see the unit. So the Model 2 had the same amount of memory between the two units. And you can see I actually have a little heat sink on this guy right here. It might be a little difficult to see there, but right here is a heat sink on top of the CPU. Literally where that thermal paste was on this unit, right? And so it actually, this particular case has a safety slot right here. I don't know if I can put my finger through it so that way you guys can see a little bit there. Right at the tip of my pinky there, that's a slot for the Raspberry Pi camera that you can buy for it. And it still has your same, so it was mini USB to follow suit with Android, right? And it still had the big HDMI cable. This rendition of the Raspberry Pi, the new one that we're setting up tonight, actually uses a new plug, which is this mini HDMI plug, which looks like that, right? So we're using this to go to the Pi, and then you guys are familiar with HDMI, so there's your HDMI. That's going to go into our Elgato, and then I'm going to use my Razer keyboard and mouse to actually set this guy up tonight. So there's going to be a lot of clicky-clacky once we start actually coding, but it should be pretty simple. So let's take care of these things really quick. I'm going to take this, we're plugging this guy into HDMI 0, so that way I can control the unit appropriately. That's all nice and tight like a tiger. Okay, and then underneath this part you guys don't get to see, sadly. Goodbye, screen. And there we go. All right, so... Oh, the Pi's already on. Not bad. All right, cool. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to switch spots really quick. Oh no, the format's not supported. Okay, let's do this. I got a yoinky yoink over here. Pull this. Pull this. Don't worry, guys, don't worry. I know someone's panicking. Oh god, we can't see what's going on. Don't panic. It's okay. It's okay. This is entirely unplanned. So there's entirely a reason to panic. Wait, no, I said that wrong. Shit. Don't panic. Panic leads to fear. Fear leads to hate. And hate leads to the dark side. That's what Master Yoshi taught me. I mean, Roshi. I mean, Yoda. Damn it. I would irritate Grav so bad if he heard me say those lines. Fear leads to hate. Hate leads to pain. Pain leads to suffering. Suffering leads to the dark side. So something dark side. I promise, guys. You're not missing anything. I'm literally just unplugging cables and plugging cables in really quick. So I apologize. With this setup. Whoa. Ooh. Okay. Can you? Ooh. Oh dear. Let's move over to this mouse pad. Can you? Nope. All right. Let's Damn it. L down this. Keyboard goes to US suddenly. Come on. Oh god, this mouse. Jesus, this mouse is so sensitive right now. That's, hold on, I'm setting up my Wi-Fi network so it's actually decent. Oh, hey, there it is. Almost back up. The dark side leads to dope-ass Slipknot concerts? I don't think that's how that's supposed to go. I could be wrong. I could be really wrong, but I just don't think that's how that works. So, okay. I'm just gonna give you guys the really bad version of this view. Behold what I'm seeing right now. Come on, work with me. Work with me. There we go. All right. So right now I'm currently connecting in. This is connecting into our Wi-Fi network really quick. So I'm gonna let that do its thing. It does take a minute, and part of this process is so that way we can start pulling down the updates that we need to. So it just takes a minute. It's not super important. I don't know if you guys can see, like, there's a little bit of a delay with this mouse. So I'm actually gonna go grab a different mouse for this. And I will be right back for that. But let me leave you guys with a little bit of music. Oh, wrong mouse. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I have bad news. Bad news is we're gonna have to just move forward with what we have available to us. Why is this Wi-Fi taking forever? Do I really need to go and... hold on. doing a little bit of research over on the other computer here. Raspberry Pi, recovery, password. There we go. Okay, yeah, it should be Pi and Pi. All right, so trying to get this fucker going. So let me change this up. We'll go to this Wi-Fi network. I might just power cycle it, just that way I can try to force this again. Because the mouse is like a little trippy, so I think it might just need a quick little refresh. Alright, let's try this again. Just in the off chance it does work. Hey, we got footage! Yeah! That's what we wanted the first time. Excellent. Cool, guys, so this is what you get on first boot. See, just refreshing solves all the problems. Oops. Go back down. Go, turn off Xbox. Xbox, turn off! I've always wanted to shut off somebody's Xbox that way. Xbox, turn off. That's like the new method of trolling people in Call of Duty, is just shouting Xbox turn off and seeing how many people disappear. Especially if you can like hear the game as you're playing. Okay. Fixing things. Here we go. All right. When the first Xbox reinvented, oh yeah. It's still a little skirty, the mouse. I'm having a hard time moving the mouse, that's why it's so slow right now. Alright, there we go. And now we're here! Look, this is what it all looks like. There we go. Alright, now I can just kind of poke around this way. I almost prefer using a keyboard for management like this. We'll do this, and let's change the language. That way we're on American. Okay, and install. Warning, this will overwrite. Yeah, I know. Go ahead. Alright, now you guys get to see what it's like to... whatever. Password. No. No, I don't let... no. I didn't even have to prep the micro SD. It came the way it was, so that's solid. Solves a lot of problems for us. So what it's going to do right now is it's basically taking the operating system of Raspbian, which you see on screen here. And Raspbian is being unpacked onto the micro SD card that's already inside the device. So I don't have to do anything special. It's already set up, ready to go. By setting our language and our keyboard in this UI, it also conforms the operating system itself to those settings. So it's going to use the US language, it's going to use the US keyboard layout, and we're just going to go from here. Really, this is the hardest part of setting up a Raspberry Pi, is just letting it download and install the packages it needs. So while we do that, we're going to sit here and chat it out for a little bit, see what's going on with y'all. And I know a lot of people are like, well, what would be the best way to go and secure my Raspberry Pi? Guys, don't use a Raspberry Pi for external stuff. Don't host a website on a Raspberry Pi and put it in what's called the demilitarized zone of your router. If you put your Raspberry Pi in the DMZ, you're basically asking for it to be hacked. Also, on top of that, turn off password or SSH with password. That'll save you a lot of problems. If you know this is going to be on a network that has a forward-facing, like a public-facing interface, I highly recommend installing Fail2Ban. Fail2Ban basically allows you, it's configurable, but the default settings that I know basically will allow someone to attempt to log in. I think it's 3 or 4 times, and after that 4th time, they're banned. Like, the IP address is banned on the device. So that means that if you have someone who's remoting in trying to like go and administrate your system, if they're doing it the dumb way, they can ban themselves. And then you have to get physical access to the machine to fix the ban. Which, I mean, fun. Also, Raspberry Pis come preloaded with a version of Minecraft, as well as a learn to code language called Scratch. And we've seen a little like slide of Scratch as this little like thing rotates through it. You guys are gonna see it again here in a minute. It's got some like puzzle pieces. There we go. That's what Scratch is right there. It's really difficult to see in this view. I don't know if I can expand this. Yeah, that's not gonna stretch. So basically what you do is you can actually write up a full, like right there, what you're looking at, they use some sprites for Space Invaders, and they used puzzle pieces to set up the logic for Space Invaders. So that's pretty cool. And then Sonic Pi is a music language, or a programming language to make music from a synthesizer. So if you know music really well, you can actually use Sonic Pi for making songs. Additionally, if you guys want Python and Java like environments, that's preloaded. The Java environment, like I said, I mean, these machines are capable of running Minecraft, and pretty well. They cannot play with the Windows edition of Minecraft, though. The version of Minecraft that's installed is a very kind of cut down and like meant for learning version of it. So take that for what you will. Personally, I find it really entertaining to have those types of tools available. These cards are meant to be, like these computers are meant to be cheap, disposable. They're used a lot in like South Africa because of how durable they are, and they allow students to learn without breaking too many machines. So the machine lifetime that I've had, like this machine right here, still works perfectly fine. I believe this actually has RetroArch already installed on it. And I don't know why I don't just use this for like my emulation stuff. I could really easily just migrate the my backups onto it, and it's already got RetroArch installed. Like I just need to plug it in, and then we can use it. So that might be what this guy becomes. This machine actually had seen better days. It got kind of screwed up, and I'm not sure why. I think I overclocked it and just ran it too hot for too long. So, you know, it was $35, like each machine was $35, right? This was $35 in 2012, this was $35 in 2015, And now this Raspberry Pi version is a little bit more. Okay, why is the first thing I read in chat? I don't know. You should ask Multigrain about that, Thomas. Multigrain's like, man, I love frogs. Oh. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. Quick stretch. Stretch time. All of you guys stretch. This is the part that takes forever. So we'll let it run for a bit. No harm, no foul, because you just wanted to see that. I just think Thomas likes frogs. I think he's jealous that he didn't think of it first, and he just wants to let everyone know that he loves frogs. Right, Thomas? Ouch, man. Ouch. Okay, I'm just gonna go in the corner. You gonna ignore me? It's fine. Maybe deep inside he wants to be a frog himself. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Uh, 8-bit universe. Blah, 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 blah. All right, here we go. And so we had a whole little crew of dinos that would just, you know, walk around our downtown streets, and we had used them. Like we helped kind of do a promotional thing for a coffee place downtown as well. I'm not going to share that because that definitely gives away where I am. But yeah, this was one of my favorite things that we did as an office. All of these people, or sorry, all but 2 still work at the position. So it was pretty cool, man. Like it was a really fun day. I have another one, I think, on my fridge where we were walking in the middle of the street. I don't think that one's a color photo. And I've got a few that I've saved myself over the years because the people who still work there still wear the costumes on Halloween. So one of the guys I hired, he got like the dinosaur onesie, and he wears that on Halloween. And I think it's so fun. It's stupid, but it's so fun. You know, I mean, where else can I dress up like a dinosaur and still go to work? But yeah, so that was an office day. Oh my god. I'm so full off of the crumble and the milk and the everything now that I'm just like sloshy. You have a onesie too? You love it? It's so fun. See, I'm not a onesie person. I get really, really warm. How do I know that it was that exact costume? Because, Thomas, like, everybody has that costume. We made it popular, you know, like, no big deal. It was us. But what are you gonna do, right? Anyway, so we're still waiting on the Raspberry Pi to keep running the operating system. And then from there we'll write our little script, and then we're gonna test. Just lots of testing. That's the majority of what I do for a living, guys, is I write code and then I test it. So... Hey, Chell, did you see the Resident Evil announcement yesterday? So funny that you asked that. You gotta answer my question first, and then I'll answer your question, Chell. I'm looking at June. Yeah, DVD in June is what I'm thinking. We'll do RE8 in May, and then we'll do Dead by Daylight in June. And then depending on when Oculus releases Resident Evil 4, there might be a Resident Evil 4 stream also. So I'm just like, why is National Horny Day trending on Twitter? Bro, there's a lot of horny people in the US, man. That doesn't even surprise me. What surprises me is that there's a national day for it. I hope Vampire Mommy Killer... No, okay. You're not gonna get... as much as we want Lady D to be the killer, I don't think it's gonna be Lady D. It's gonna likely be Alex Wesker is who it's gonna be. I can imagine that they'll do either Alex Wesker or they'll... I don't think Jill will be... I think Jill's gonna be your survivor. I can almost guarantee it's either gonna be Jill or Ethan as the survivor. Now, if they go with Ethan, they might make Chris the killer, or they'll do Lady D. But if they do Leon, what they'll do is they'll introduce 2 survivors, and they'll be Leon and Claire, in order to build hype for the Netflix anime that's coming out. And then the killer from there is going to be somebody else. It's either going to be Nemesis or Mr. X. I was going to say Mr. T for a second. I'm like, no, Mr. T's an actor. Dude, like, they've been everywhere in Resident Evil. So I hope the map is the redone version of the police station from 2. Because that police station is, like, a central point in both RE2 and RE3 remakes. I could see him doing it that way. But you never know. Like, I've seen some other things going on. I could see them kind of building more hype off of 8 and kind of using a location in 8. I could see them leveraging the hype for 4 and doing a spot in 4. I could see them just saying, nope, we're going to use the anime and do it that way. I could see them using the movies and then using locations from the movies with Jill and giving Mahovich, what's her last name? Or what's her first name? Mila, I think it's Mila Mahovich? So, oh yeah. I haven't played as Trickster. I need to get the new DLC though. What I would really love to see, and it would be so cute, but it's not happening. Like, no. I think it'd be super cute if Nintendo allowed them to borrow the Animal Crossing franchise and made Pietro the killer, and let Pietro like bring you into weird areas and kill you. That would be legit. Just that's where you throw your hands up and just go, no, I'm done. Low-key scares you? Oh, come on. He does not low-key scare anybody. He definitely scares people. He is a killer clown on the loose, and why Tom Nook allows him to continue to stay on that island does not make sense. Yeah, there you go. High key. Alright, so we're finishing up here, so I want to make sure that I transfer over to the Raspberry Pi for you guys. Because that's the whole point of this stream, is we're setting up a Raspberry Pi to load up YouTube really quick on start. Why are we doing something like this? Well, let me answer that for you. It's a multitude of reasons. The first and foremost, and really the one that's like really large for me, is I'm doing this for a business. I'm setting up a auto-loading YouTube player. So that way whenever they turn on a dumb TV, the first thing that pops up is the Raspberry Pi thing. It's going to say, welcome, please wait. And then once the website loads up, it should load right into a YouTube playlist. The problem I'm going to have is I'm going to have to figure out a way to go and download a new script so that way it can have an up-to-date playlist, so that way in case there's ever an issue with the playlist that we use, I can just really easily go and update that script, and then boop, pop, boom, done. Done! It would just work. But what I would also have to do is, like, if we failed to download that script, then what we would do, like, if we go to download the copy of it, and the content that we receive is empty, then we wouldn't replace the file. So I'll show you guys how to do that. It's all in all, I think what we're doing is probably going to be about 5 lines of code and about 45 minutes of testing. A majority of our testing is going to be like due to CPU's waiting time. Okay, so now we're restarting here, and this is normal. This rainbow screen that we're about to get right here. Let's try that again. The rainbow screen we should be getting right here. Alright, no. Okay, we're just gonna load right into it. Oh, that's right, we had already done the BIOS. Okay, so since we'd done our BIOS check, we'd passed that part, so we were already in the loading screen. This doesn't have a splash screen, and I really want to add one, so we might do it. Oh yeah, dude, the whole operating system is Debian-based. The whole operating system is Debian-based. This mouse sucks. I set this already. No. Ugh. Can you guys see how much of a problem I'm having with that? Like, I'm trying not to complain about it too heavy. No, it's fine. I think I'm already connected. Yeah, it already gave me a Wi-Fi network, so we'll skip that. And while that's downloading, that won't hurt too much. Oh yeah, dude, like so the big thing here, like if I were doing this myself, I would probably go and do an Arch install and I try to like play around and have the opportunity to learn a little something out of this. Since this isn't for me and this needs to be like plug and play and never have to worry about it again, the whole point I have for this device is going to be, ooh, damn, that's getting really warm. Oh, I'm worried. I might have to figure out a different way to secure that. The whole point of this little machine is to plug it into a TV, and then whenever someone comes in at like 5 a.m., they just turn the TV on, and it will automatically start playing kids appropriate YouTube videos. And like, they don't want to have to pick a playlist, they don't want to have to pick anything, they just want to turn it on and let it go. And so that's the goal. That's my entire goal with this, is just, we're setting it up. If you're not interested in that, guys, I'm sorry, that's just what we're doing tonight. At least until it's done. Once we're done here, if community games are still going, which there's a high possibility it is, then we'll go and hang out with everyone else. So, stuff. So, you know, not a huge deal. Pretty simple. We're installing, for lack of a better thing, we're installing YouTube into this. While we're downloading those, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a programming editor. I don't want to write Java. I'd much rather write Bash. Doesn't look like I have anything for Bash, so we'll just use Genie. Genie's a pretty cool thing. It will allow me to do some pretty basic programming. It does have a full build suite, so I can actually do it, like do a full like make command. If you're not familiar with any of these things, it's okay. It's okay. Promise, not gonna yell at you. I might yell at you, but I don't mean anything by it. Anyway, let's just keep going here. Wow, this doesn't have a main.shell, so we'll just go ahead and do this. Okay, so what we're doing at the top here is we're putting in, oh god, that's really hard to see. Let's fix that for you guys. Go, oops. Alt-E, there we go. And let's go editor. Nope. Is that gonna be, okay, it's down here. Damn it. Yell at me, senpai? Mesa Law? Oh, Mesa lost. I will try to explain it as best I can, Chell. Just give me a second. I want to make sure you guys can see this. I know what I'm typing. I know what I'm going to be doing, so I don't need to play around with this too terribly much. Okay, so there we go. So we're using a language called Bash here. This is it's kind of a language. So it's what's called an interpreted language. It's a shell interpreter. Shell is what Linux uses for like command line stuff. So what we're doing here is we're executing Bash with this top thing. This is a little trick in Linux that basically is called a shebang, a shell bang, and it basically tells the operating system, hey, I want to run as a very particular shell before we actually start doing anything. So I know Bash much better than I do other shell interpreters, so I usually write Bash. I could actually go and edit this and say execute bin-env Python and execute Python instead, but we're not going to do a Python script because I just don't want it. I don't know how to like set variables and deal. Anyway, long story short, I just wanted to do Bash because it's simple. So, first things first, one thing that we do need is to take a look at, oh, wow, Chromium's already pre-installed. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna go Chromium, full screen, https kids.youtube.com, and this is basic, right? Like, at this point, we're just saying, do me a favor, open Chromium in a new window, set it to full screen, and here's the URL. That's all I want. I could also go and say private, and that should definitely help us out. As a matter of fact, let's test that. Oh, this also needs to get, oops. Pump that up a bit so that way we can read it with you guys. There we go. All right, so now you guys can see what I'm doing. And what I'm gonna do here is Chromium -- help. Chromium isn't a command. Okay, so which Chrome? Nope, okay. So if I do user bin, okay, so let me explain the path that I just went to. User is like the user land places. Bin is actually for binaries. So what I said was, show me the user runnable binaries in this directory. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pipe this into a program called Less, which allows me to use arrow keys to kind of look through here. And so we can go until we find Chromium or Google Chrome or whatever it's called. If it's not called anything easily found here, what we'll do is we'll go and just... Oh, it's Chromium Browser. There we go. Okay, Chromium Browser. Help. Alright, and now I definitely need this guy to be in full screen, so that way I can read. Alright. So, for anyone who's curious as to what the hell that whole gobbledygook thing is that we're looking at here, basically it's letting us know, like, hey, this is the easy stuff that you can do. So what I can do with this is I can go ahead and start it up with a bunch of different things. I can make a temporary profile, which is kind of like in private. I can also say run. Ooh, we can run the URL in app mode. That might be beneficial. It's called incognito for the other flag here. Sorry, I didn't notice. I didn't realize where you guys... What? I didn't realize what was being covered up. That's the words I meant. Okay, here you go. So, app is the URL that we want to go to. And basically what this does is it's going to run the entire website as a quote-unquote Chromium application. So, it's a browser with no toolbars. Like, the only thing they can do is exit or just restart the unit. Not a big deal. Easy peasy, right? Great. The other thing that I want to do here is incognito mode. This is just another extra special little bit that basically does temp profiles, so that way we're not storing any history. I'm not worried about, things getting broken. We're also going to pass new window right here. So literally it's these three flags, as they're called. We're going to pass these three flags over to Genie. So now that we know what we need, we're going to pull up Genie again. Full screen, we're just going to call app. We're going to delete private. App equals URL, and then what I'm going to do here is incognito and new window, and let's see if we can actually get full screen also. I think we can. I don't think it's too terribly hard to call full screen, so I want to make sure that I can ask for it. I don't see it. Oh, it does. Okay. So it does take GTK plus command line flags, such as -- display. So what we can do here is I can actually take these links here. If I go over here and hit X11, will it load? I'm asking a lot of this machine right now, so I'm trying to be a little bit more patient than I would for, say, an i5 and like trying to get stuff like, oh my god, why isn't it loading right now? That being said, it's actually being very, very responsive in clicks and stuff. So even with my mouse kind of running over, I think we did running before, and I didn't do X11 before, right? Was it X11 first? Yeah, okay, so we did X11 first. Here we go. So GTK debug, name class, some environment variables, which I don't want. I think I want to try hyphen full screen, see what I get. I could be wrong, it might not like it. It might be maximized. One thing we can do is, I can actually search. Oh man, do you see this? Hold on, sorry. I just noticed. So this is new. uBlock Origin is pre-installed as an extension. And then H264, I think that's for Netflix, because they finally fixed the Netflix issue on this. Very high. And you can see they automatically set your search engine to DuckDuckGo. Running Chromium. Oh, it's Kiosk was the olden days. I wonder if Kiosk is still the thing. We'll try Kiosk and see. Well, actually, we can just edit it here. Chromium browser. Kiosk? Nope, that didn't go kiosk mode. Let's kill this one, and then let's see if we can do that again. Cool, alright, so that's the URL that we're gonna start with, and it looks like they're not terrible. Let's see here, how long are these? Oh, dude, that's gonna be perfect. As long as it just replays at the end. Now, how do I get this into full screen?
Oh, how I'd love to go visit Bear at his home. I'll take you with me one day.
Okay, so the only thing that I'm gonna have to figure out is how to trigger a click to bring this up.
Once upon a time.
So, enough of that. Good to know the audio comes through though. Huh. Okay. Oh god. I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, so let's edit this. And then we're gonna switch the top to this URL. Oh, we didn't get the URL! Lame sauce. Okay, I think we might take off incognito because of the setup that has to be done beforehand. If I could get away with not having to set the cookie every time, I would love to do that, but I think it's gonna break some things. I'm a parent. Welcome. Great. Hi, parent. I don't want to watch anything. Please, no. Please.
Now you can sign in and create a profile for each kid.
I don't want to do that. Stop it. Oh, let me guess. This is one of those, we force you to watch this so that way we know that the parents had to watch it type thing. Oh my god.
If you choose to sign in, you get more controls. Whether you want to allow lots of...
There we go. Easy. Solves that problem. Easy. Also, systems update. Great. Later. Let's get this taken care of first. I don't want to log in. Thanks. I'm happy they have Stacy Play stuff on here. Okay, so I'm gonna take that first one, and I'm just gonna use that. Or, oh wait, oh, shows? Nope. Damn. Alright, we're just gonna stick with reading. I don't care. Like, at this point, parents are gonna, like, this is supposed to be meant for kids when they come into my gym. So the goal is going to be to launch, and then how can I execute this? I'm sure I can figure this out. Closed caption button, player full screen button. I think it's just called click, but I can just do it on click execute here. Keep it in the home directory, and I'll show you guys what we're gonna do with it. So I'm gonna call it 99 YouTube.sh. Alright, now that's saved, so now we can kill Genie. I'm gonna kill Chromium Browser. And then I'm gonna go to the home directory. As you can see, 99 YouTube is there. But what we need to do is chmod, which changes the changes the mode of the file, so that way we can do things like allowing execution of the script. So that way when we start the Pi, the script can execute. Now the last thing we need to do is move 99 YouTube into Etsy, and then I think this is still using RCD. Profile D. Okay, init.d. Init.d. I think I can put that there. Try it. Okay, so now that's in a spot. I don't know if it's the spot. And what we're gonna do, tell the system go ahead and reboot, not rebot, reboot. There we go. And now the system should go down and bring itself back online. If I did this correctly, which I don't think I did, but if I happened to do this correctly, it should bring up the Chromium browser when the desktop starts back up. There's that splash screen I was looking for originally, so we actually got a full restart this time, not just a hot restart. That's letting us know that the system's fine. That splash screen right there lets us know that the recovery mode is working okay. And now we're booting back into the operating system, so let's give it some time. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick while that's loading up. I'll be back. Bum bum ba bum. Wow. Alright. Not a big deal. So let's go and find out where we need to place that file. So all I have to do, I'm gonna do a quick Google on the faster computer. So just a second. Raspberry Pi. Okay, oh, that's right. This is supposed to go into the LXDE directory. It's been a long, long time since I've done this. So, okay, let me take a look. I don't want to do an RC local. So I'm going to move it to auto start. I'm going to call it... Alright, yeah, that's what we'll do real quick. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring that terminal back up for you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a command that most people are going to be like, oh my god, that's so dangerous. Don't be stupid. If you don't know what the command does, don't run it. Vim. Okay. Apt install Vim. So what that command does is I'm using a command line editor called Vim. If you were to talk to Cirrus JT, Cirrus also uses Vim, but he uses Visual Studio Code and then also uses Vim. I just outright use Vim because I just like Vim. I was taught to use Vim when I was learning computers and stuff, so Vim is just very handy to me. So now I can edit that file that we have in the wrong location. So we put that into init.d, and it's 99 YouTube. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to update this file just a smidgen. Okay, so we have to alter how this file is set up a smidge. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to call this desktop entry, and type equals application, name equals YouTube Kids, and exec. Now exec is a special parameter here because exec is basically saying, what am I looking to run? And since we know that Chromium browser is in user bin, this is what we're going to run. And so now this basically creates a desktop entry. But we need to put this in a very particular location. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this just like we did before. Hold on. Cool. Okay, so I don't actually have to be that user. I can still be my own little user. And what we're going to do is I'm going to move it out of init.d into the current directory I'm in. Sorry, that's the home that's a shorthand for home directory. Whenever you see a tilde in Linux, that basically says whatever your current home directory is. Not to be confused with the current working directory, which is a totally different command, totally different setup, and I'll explain that differently. So I'm going to put this into a hidden folder called config. And, oh, take it back. Or we're still going to type this up. So config, and I'm just going to call it YouTube Kids .desktop. Do that? Wow, that worked. Okay. So now we're going to reboot one more time, and just to make sure that it works. What I did is I moved it from what's understood to be the system kind of boot directory. We brought it down to once what's called the window manager. Basically, once the desktop starts, it can be configured to run a number of different applications, and you can have multiple different locations to put these things. Since I don't want this to be ran as root, I want this to be ran as the local desktop user, which is that Pi user, PI. We're putting it into the .config directory for Pi. And then what should happen is when the desktop actually starts up, we should see the kiosk mode of Chromium browser at that YouTube Kids directory. So it should all run just fine. If not, then I have to go and poke some other things. Bum, bum, bum. Ah, okay. I gotta run a command. I see it coming, babe. Oops. Okay. Shim. Boot auto login, boot into desktop or to the command line. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. I do need to update the splash screen, so we'll do that. Desktop auto login, which I think is already what we're doing. Display. Oh, good. The underscan's fixed. Everything else is fixed. Okay, we're good. Interface. We're not gonna do anything there. Performance. I'm definitely not gonna overclock this one. I need this guy to run forever. Localization. I can't do much difference there. Let's expand. Okay. Okay. Updates. Oh, it's gonna go through and do the updates. Again, which we've already done these updates. Okay, so there we go. Pi should be configured. And then just in the off chance, I am gonna move this a little. Alright, so we're gonna go apt install. Now we're following a guide. Now I'm having to fix some stuff. Apt install xterm. Sudo. In case anyone's seen that web comic where it's like make me a sandwich, do it yourself, sudo make me a sandwich. Okay. That's where this comes from. Okay. So now I can go xterm, hold, E, actually. I knew I put that in the wrong. Oh, wait. Did I put that in the wrong directory? I did put that in the wrong directory. I'm dumb. There we go. It would help if you put it in the right directory, guys. Then you don't have to go through, like, extraneous debugging to figure out what the hell happened. So one more time, we're back on this grind, and then what we'll have to do from here is just basically write a little Chrome thing that anytime that it sees the full screen, it would auto-select full screen and play. So, not a huge deal, just, you know, some little extra gotchas. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I know it's not my usual content that we do. But I want to make sure that I shared this with you guys. I can't ask for anything more. I really can't, short of just having this thing go full screen unload. And then it's really easy to close out of that. So it's super easy. Super easy. Super interesting stuff, though. Seems like a fun, tedious job. It is, like, So this is the part of stuff where you actually get to learn a little bit more when you're doing things. Also, I love this wallpaper. This is an amazing wallpaper. But it, you know, as you're learning it how to do these different things, it can be anything from like stupid simple to, oh dear god, like I have to figure out how I'm going to get access to GPIO pins to go and twinkle some lights at the right time whenever you start the machine. And yes, that is something you can do with these little computers. This isn't the computer I'm using at the moment, but here we go. Just in case you missed it, we're working with Raspberry Pis today. This unit, like I said, is going to be it's going to be installed at my gym. The whole purpose is going to be to just set up and run, like just plug it in, go. So I will have to fix the Wi-Fi settings when we go to actually put it in place wherever it goes. But for what we have right now, I'm pretty happy with it. Like I have very little things left to tweak. The one thing I do want to figure out, and I'm happy to kind of debug it with you guys right now. YouTube full screen on. Are you serious? They already had an app for this? No. Okay. YouTube Raspberry Pi full screen video on boot. Honestly, these machines are much faster than I've ever thought. Oh, they put a video in for the custom boot. That would be cool. Raspberry Pi booting into a full screen web browser, which is literally what we want to do. Well, literally what we're doing right now. The last thing that I want to get fixed is just that the player goes into full screen. That's a Pi B2. Dude filmed this on his phone. No judgment, I get it. Oh, he loaded Twitch? Oh no, just a website. Okay. That's different. I was like, oh man, this guy's like going balls to the wall. Let's go and let's make it happen. Alright. That's fine. You know what? We're here. I'm set. I'll figure out the full screen thing later. I've got a little bit more that I've got to edit on this, but we're not going to do that. So if you guys want the code for tonight's stuff, I'll actually upload it to GitLab or GitHub real quick. But it'll be the same with Twitch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you wanted to do this with Twitch, it would not be a problem. You guys could very easily modify this to just work with Twitch. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually I'll do a public repo, so that way you guys can grab just this script. Let's do this. Oop. Oh, right, face. Come on. Hey, there we go. All right. Like, hide my password so that way no one can see the password. How you guys liking the music? Sir, are you guys enjoying the music so far? Music's good? Good. Glad you're enjoying it. Alright, so we're gonna copy out of the terminal here. And I'm gonna toss it into this gist window. And I'm gonna call the file name ytkids auto start.desktop. Gist description. Load this into /home/pi/.config/auto start in order to launch YouTube Kids on Raspberry Pi when you boot. It's a batch! So, this is actually pretty simple, man. Like, I don't have to do anything different here. We're literally just pasting this as it is, called it like it is. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually making this public, so that way we can, I'll put it in chat for you guys. But this is it, and then I'm just gonna, nope, I don't wanna open files. What I'll put here. Intended to load YouTube video for kids. You should you should prep the Chromium browser first prior to placing the file so that cookies are established. Cookies. Additional work to be completed. I am gonna mute it, just for the record. But this is Twitchception, guys, right here. This is how we get Twitchception. Okay, so it's still my content. I don't want someone to be like, wait. Hey, it defaults to light mode. I don't want to hear jack about light mode, okay? All right, there we go. So now the Raspberry, I'm gonna give this Raspberry Pi a lot of credit. It's being a champ right now. We're throwing a lot at it. But this is funny. This is just funny to me. All right, so. Oh, can I paste? I don't want to sign up. Oh no. I don't think I can whisper randos either. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh no. Here, we'll click on... Man, Chell, look at all of those badges. You got so many badges. You're amazing. It's okay. I'll just, how can I do this? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. No, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so there we go, guys. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's all she wrote. I will find a fix for this, and I'll update that gist. And don't worry, I'm gonna make a paste for the gist here in a second. But we've done it. We've done it. We've set up a Raspberry Pi. We installed Debian on it. We got YouTube Kids to load right off the bat. The only thing I gotta fix is loading up the YouTube player in full screen on start. From there, it's just setting up the other script that I gotta do to kind of do like a checkpointing system, so that way it can download from a private location, because I will have I've got to have a private setup for it, where I can have it check, and like that way we can update the playlist without having to go log in, grab a keyboard, mouse, plug it in. I have all of that. I know what I'm gonna do for that, but I don't want to do. So if I can make this self-updating as much as possible, you can bet your asses I'm gonna do it. But yeah, so huge shout outs. If you guys are looking for a Raspberry Pi computer and you got $100 burning a hole in your pocket, this is a Cana kit. It was fully set up, ready to go. On stream, we've been going for an hour and 39 minutes. That's all it took for me to get going. All I did was plug in the micro SD card, join a Wi-Fi network, and say install. 45 minutes of that was sitting there just talking to you guys. So, anyway, I'm gonna make sure this shuts down. They took away the indicator lights. Oh, there's the indicator lights. I see them. Okay, it's dead. It's dead. There we go. And that's it, guys. That's all she wrote. GG's indeed. So yeah, that's the extent of the science and tech part of tonight's stream. We're gonna play video games because that's what we do here. I don't know why you thought that coming into this channel and thinking, oh, they're not gonna play games. That's a mistake. If I've ever heard one. But anyway, real quick, let me just unplug stuff, replug stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the setup. My ulterior motive for doing this on stream is so that way I can make a YouTube video out of it and be like, hey look guys, anyone who's ever going to be supporting this thing later, here's a video. Not that I wouldn't like help them out and do it myself. It's just sometimes, look, sometimes computer people, we get busy, and sometimes we get overwhelmed and stressed because we don't know how to say no. And so in the event that I'm ever overwhelmed, someone can use this video to figure out how to do what I just did. Now, the other trick that I would normally recommend to people, I'm not going to do it right now, but the other trick is to show people, is to go and take a backup of the micro SD card. So what you could do here at this point, in this juncture, is actually unplug the micro SD card from the unit, throw it into something like, I have a micro SD to SD card, and then go and take a whole backup of the SD card and put that somewhere safe. I would probably put it on Google's cloud, but at the same time, I would have backups on backups, so I'd put it on Mega, I would put it in anything that would be able to store up to 64 gigabytes of data. And the reason for that is quite simple. When this Raspberry Pi dies, because it will die, they're meant... the card will die before the units also die. I think so, Chell. Hold on. Yeah, it's the 2021 edition of that popular song by the Beastie Boys. But there we go, guys. Literally, we did it. It's all packed up. It's ready to go. Boom. I just like freaked out thinking that I had my address on this. I was like, well, that ruined that. Nope, didn't. Smart enough to remember that. Okay. So there you go, guys. Raspberry Pi. 45 minutes. You're out. You need Z's. Okay. Will they last longer if you cool them effectively? Kinda. I've had, I had a Raspberry Pi that lasted, actually, okay, perfect example, Alucard. My Raspberry Pi Model 3, Model 3 Plus, because I did go for the upgraded edition. There were 2 editions of it at the time. So my B Plus actually died before the Raspberry Pi 2. The Raspberry Pi 2, at one point in my life, when I was a broke college student and could not afford to do nice things, it was my entertainment recording device, as well as the entertainment playing device, and it would often be playing as it was recording content. So, it did not do it very well, but I was able to successfully get 30 frames per second on XBMC, now called Kodi, mind you. 30 frames a second playback with an external 1 terabyte hard drive as the saving location. And it was this unit right here. It was this guy. Right? I had it, one of these USBs was hooked into the 1 terabyte hard drive, and then I just had the operating system. So I had Kodi on this, I had Sickbeard, and I had one other thing on this guy. And so Sickbeard would reach out, grab the content, and put it into the terabyte hard drive, and then I was playing the content over XBMC on a 32-inch flat screen. And that's literally how I lived for a year in college with TV. Like, I was just getting TV recording that way. 1 second. Okay, if you guys don't know this song, it's Daft Punk. Also, if you don't know the song, it's One More Time. Also, if you don't know the song, it's off Discovery album. Also, if you don't know this song, there's an anime featurette, and I found my DVD of it. I was actually really stoked. I have a Interstellar 5555, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Interstellar 5555. And man, it was cool. If you're joining in at this point to see what it's like to make a Raspberry Pi YouTube auto player, you're late. Sorry, we've already done it. But I'm about to paste a gist, so if you want to hang out, you can at least see what we did tonight. And I don't wish you to leave, but if you were just here for science and tech, that's all. That's all we were doing. No biggie. I have to log in again. I'm like, why do I have to log in again? Oh, right. Different computer. Alright, guys. So here's the gist. I'll put it on screen for y'all. Here you go. This is the gist that we just put out. So if you guys want to copy this down, if you guys are doing this yourselves, that's how you can grab it. It's there. So yeah, enjoy, you know, that's all I can do is just put this out and hope someone else enjoys it. I'll also update this with a picture, of it playing after the fact, once it's all installed. So, if you guys are trying to follow this, you'll be able to see it in both the Discord as well as, here in the gist. But there you go. That's the gist that we just wrote. Feel free to follow, star it, all that jazz. Yeah. All right.